Now do I have a sound? Sound check, video check. Now I should have sound. Okay, we'll see. Hang on. I had the wrong microphone attached. So let me know if I got sound. I can see it on my thing. So here we go. Any sound? Yes. Yes. Can't hear you. I guess I'm not the only one that can't hear you. Still no sound. Chris can't hear. Let me see. Chad Rockman. Yes. Still no sound. Oh boy. Silence is deafening. Let me see here. Let me stop the stream. Loud and clear. Yes. We're back. Is it loud and clear? Cool. So we're back. Well, that was interesting. I've never done that one before. I hooked the wrong microphone up. So we're trying to deal with my daughter, who has got a flat tire on the side of the road. So we're getting roadside service there. So, okay, Jenny says I'm on. So looks like we are on. And what inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence? So what's inanimate mean? Now, inanimate. I'm gonna have to type that one. That's a good question. I'm gonna type that one, or you can give me the definition of what inanimate is. Yeah, so everybody says they can hear me. So today we started our first exterior today, kind of exciting. Bam, we're outside. No more interiors till the second week of November. So
actually, it's supposed to rain on Wednesday, so we are doing an interior.
Oh, so I guess we are doing interiors.
We're trying to get to exterior season.
I got all excited for nothing. Yes, I'm all dressed up. I don't have any Paint Life gear on. I came home and actually had time to take a shower. So there you go. Aloha from Hawaii. We got Hawaii's in the house. Super chat from Philosophic.
Inanimate is not real.
Inanimate is not real.
That's what I think it is.
Inanimate. So inanimate. What inanimate would you? If it's not real, then how could you eliminate it from existence?
Oh my! So this tow company does not have GPS. I have to go take care of this real fast. I'll be back.
All right, we're trying to take care of the.
You could say the giveaway you're going to give away tonight.
So I'll tell you I got a few giveaways I'm going to be giving away tonight, but today, so we're going to be I want to talk about a couple things. Well, my wife, hopefully, if we can't get this resolved, I might have to leave and go get my daughter, but. So a tow company that we're dealing with doesn't have GPS. I mean, imagine that. No GPS. So I got the roller bucket. I'm going to be giving away a roller bucket. We actually like these things, and we like them a lot. So I'm going to be giving one away. So if you've never tested one out, stay tuned. I'm going to be giving one away. But today we're on an exterior, and I wanted to talk about getting pumps ready for work for exterior season, because more than likely, if you haven't been spraying interiors, we have a whole lot of pumps, and then the pumps we use for exteriors, we don't use them typically for interiors. They're big pumps. So we had a 795 today, a Graco 795. We haven't used it for the whole winter, and we brought it out and we went to prime it. So it's a fairly new sprayer. And, typically you're just going to take your intake, throw it into the paint, take your prime tube, throw it into an empty bucket with some water in it, and then we're going to turn that thing on, fire it up, and stick it to prime. It's going to prime, start taking up paint, and send it out the prime tube, and away you go. And that's as simple as it is. And this one wouldn't prime, so we hit it to prime, and nothing was happening. Nothing's coming out of the prime tube. Nothing's happening at all. So it wouldn't prime. And so a pump that's been sitting for a long time, here's a couple things troubleshooting wise. The first thing we did was put throat seal in the piston, because sometimes you can get some dried up paint in there and stuff that can stick things up and stick the ball up there. You're going to have a ball down, inside where the fluid section is and stuff, and that ball could be stuck, but there could be something down where that piston is, and I've had pistons get stuck before. So we threw some TSL down in there, from some TSL or throat seal. Some people know it as throat seal. And then we turned it back on. You could see the piston going up and down, and it still wasn't priming. And so my next thought is the steel ball that's in there, and it sits in a seat and it moves up and down, allows paint to go up but not to come back. and that steel ball sometimes will get things stuck in it, or if it's been sitting for a long period of time, if the sprayer hasn't been cleaned out well enough, or it doesn't have like uh, like antifreeze or anti-corrosive in there, the ball will get stuck. So I just went and got a hammer, and it was sitting there, and John turned on the machine, and I just tapped on the fluid section where that ball would be, just very lightly tapped on it, tink, 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 and then it just started priming. Simple way it goes. All it was inside, didn't have to tear anything apart. It was just that ball inside there was just, it had probably something around it, just for sitting for a long period of time, just was stuck there. So a very simple thing to check, and this is one of those things when your pump's not priming, you can tap it with a hammer. Sometimes if there's a piece of paint or a piece of grass or something there, you can tap it with a hammer. But what a lot of people, some people have a tendency to do is start banging that thing really hard. And I got a couple of my sprayers that some of the new guys, just started going to town banging on it, super hard. And just a few little taps, if that doesn't do it, then you got to go to other methods. And like I said, I got a couple 440s that are beat the heck because the guys were banging them too hard. So simple little tip that for all you guys that are going to be breaking out your sprayers, but is very common. If you store your sprayers, one thing that will help alleviate that, the reason why this happened to this sprayer, it was stored, and when we start running the water out, nobody ran any antifreeze in there, or we use RV antifreeze, automobile antifreeze, and then Graco sells their own pump armor, which is the same thing as auto antifreeze, and that will help keep things from corroding inside there and sticking together. So somebody forgot to run the antifreeze in there, and we typically run antifreeze in there year round, whether there's low temperatures or not, just because of the anti-corrosive compounds in it. So there you have it, tip for the day. And I'm going to talk about spray tips a little bit later. Last week we didn't open up. I got a bunch of things that people sent me. I got stickers, shirts, but like I said, we're going to be giving away a roll-a-bucket today. I use this thing to get it resolved.
I got it resolved. They're going to go pick her up.
So
or no, change your tire.
So good. So I don't have to leave. I'll be here the rest of the show.
You don't have to leave.
So the tow truck is gonna pick her up?
Well, they're going to fix her tire. So she came home from college to drive her car for the first time in 2 months and had a flat tire.
And it had a flat tire, and she drove it off with a flat tire.
Yeah, didn't tell us she was driving it off.
would have been a good thing if she would have told me, because I would have told her there was a flat tire.
You knew?
So yeah. So there you go, a roll-a-bucket. So we're gonna be we're gonna be giving away one of those today. I got something else here.
Do you like it?
I love the roll-a-bucket. And John absolutely loves the roll-a-bucket.
Do you
know
who
John
makes it? The same people that are we selling something on our store?
Yeah, roll-a-bucket. Roll-a-bucket makes the two-edge blade, which I should have grabbed one.
Yeah,
you can go grab one there.
I know. I might as well since I'm just walking around.
That's right. You don't need to go
I'll go grab it.
It's in the big. I put them all in a big bin up big on bin. The right side. The new big bin. So here's another thing I'm going to be giving away. I think this is a stud finder. So I'm going to open it up right here, and we'll see. Oh, there we go. It's a multifunction detector. So it's a stud finder. I'm going to be giving away one of those today. So there you go, an AOM stud finder. Going to give that away with the roll-a-bucket. And let's see what else we'll give away. This is kind of interesting. Somebody sent me 10 of these things. And does anybody know what this thing is here? There you go. Does anybody know what that is? So that is a pick. It's a gun pick. So it's for picking doorknobs and door locks. And occasionally we have to get into houses and stuff like that, and we just use credit cards when we get into them. If we got to get into a house or something like that, and for certain reasons we just use it. We know how to do it with a credit card. But somebody sent me a whole bunch of these gun picks, 10 of them. Who wants a gun pick? I'm not sure, but it's kind of interesting because I tested them out and stuff. I couldn't get the thing to work. And I watched a video on YouTube and stuff, how you use them. But I tried them on all my doorknobs around here and everything. And for the life of me, I couldn't get it to work. But on the YouTube videos, they worked. It was really weird. But there's been multiple times, quite a few times in my career where we locked ourselves out of a door, or a customer forgot to leave us the key or whatever, and we just use a credit card to get indoors and stuff, and then we've always been successful. But there you go, a gun pick. I'm gonna give away a gun pick. Kind of weird. I got 2 covered tray liners. I'm gonna give away. I got one of them. I'm gonna give away a covered tray liner. These things are actually pretty cool. So I'm going to give away one of those. And the paint store that I go to, they were discontinued selling them, and they were on sale, so I bought them all because I think they're pretty cool. There you go. So Roll-A-Bucket makes the 2-edge, and
Hi, Marla.
this is the 2-edge 5-in-1 and knife. It's a utility knife, and we absolutely love these things, and we sell them on our tool store at theidahopainter.com. You can get them in our tool store. They are sold out other places, but we got them. We got a whole bunch of them.
Did you tell them that's what the people that make the Roll-A-Bucket?
They make the Roll-A-Bucket. They make the 2-edge and the Roll-A-Bucket.
We're going to look about, because you like it, possibly selling the Roll-A-Bucket too.
We might be selling the Roll-A-Bucket because we started testing it out. It sat in my garage for like 3 months, and I never tried it because I thought it was kind of corny. And then we tried it, and we absolutely love it. So it's kind of cool. It's funny how things like that work. So here we go. Please pick me for the gun pick. So Barclays.
What gun?
Barclays maintenance.
What gun?
So Barclays maintenance. So that makes sense that he gets the gun pick.
What's a gun
He's
pick?
a maintenance guy. This is to pick locks.
To
pick locks.
Oh.
There you go.
He's a maintenance guy. It makes sense.
He's a maintenance guy, and it has a whole. So write them down. Barclays. You got to type it in.
Type it in.
You got to mail us.
Mail us.
I got a whole bunch of them, so I'll give one more away tonight.
Oh,
so it has all kinds of little gadgets in there to pick locks.
Give me that pin.
So Barclays maintenance. You just won yourself a gun pick. So mark that to Barclays. We'll give that to Barclays. Last time we didn't write all the names down, and then we had to go back and watch the live show.
That's painful.
And it is painful to watch ourselves.
Yeah, I don't like watching myself.
It's kind of weird watching yourself.
It's
so
bad.
Hey Paint Wife. So Edward Jones says hey Paint Wife.
Hi.
And Chad Rockman says seems cool.
Oh my gosh.
So
I need a piece of
paper. They actually there's a lot of things you'll need a gun pick for that's not criminal. So like the maintenance guy, I'm sure there's all kinds of times he would run into situations where he would use them. But we've run into situations many times in my career where we've needed to get into houses or whatever, and for multiple different reasons while we're painting, and the customer authorizes us, and I can do it with a credit card. It's pretty simple. But I'm not a criminal. I used to be a police officer, and I know how to do that stuff. I was a police officer for like 6 years.
Maintenance. We're a little scattered, but we got our daughter taken care of,
so
which is good.
Far from a criminal. I hate watching myself on camera too. Chuck H. Sean Sinclair. I would love that Paint Life shirt. We do sell our Paint Life shirts. We sell them on our store.
So we need to type in Barclay. So to give us his.
So Barclay's maintenance. I'm going to type it
address.
in. It's live show. Anytime you win anything, it's always the same live show at the dash. Let's see. Usually John's doing this, but man, today was a crazy day, and John is still working. So
that's not good.
And I got this new keyboard, and I don't know where the dash mark is.
Well,
so,
the thing is, and when you email, tell me what you won, because that's sometimes I have to go back and watch the live show
to see what you won.
To see what you won.
So there you go.
Did it go in?
Hand me some. So I'm going to talk about spray tips too. We're moving out to the outside.
We got just a ton of unboxing.
Give me all those envelopes right there. Cool. Thank you very much. I keep getting tons and tons of questions. People asking me spray tips and all of our social media. We're getting Clean and Roll. They sent us those.
They sent us those. They're nice shirts.
Yep, they did.
So, but don't you have a video on YouTube about tip size?
I do, and it's interesting. I have videos on tip sizes, but we probably get about 1,000 questions and comments a day now. It's crazy. So, John says he just got home, so he's on the show now. So he didn't have to work till dark, so it's nice.
It was daylight savings time.
Today was a rough day because it was only me, John, and Lucas there for most of the day, so it was not easy. So we got an envelope from
we can't lose that,
Affordable Handyman. Just sent us some stickers. There you go. Affordable Handyman of Greenwich. Afro Greenwich. We follow these guys on Instagram. These guys, cool. There we go. There you go. Affordable Handyman. Sent us a few business cards and stuff. There you go.
Those are nice cards. Look at the back.
They got those are nice business
really
cards.
Nice cards.
They're made out of like plastic. That's kind of cool.
Are they?
Those are not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
So
those are really nice.
So I'm gonna open up a couple of these envelopes here real fast. Don't want to tear anybody's stickers here.
No, and
if you have a sticker, send me 2 stickers, and I will send you 2 stickers. A lot of people want our Paint Life stickers, and we give them out if you send. There you go. This is really cool. New York Power Painting.
Power Painting.
Oh, there you go. I like that sticker. That's pretty cool.
Let me see.
New York Power Painting. Those are really cool stickers. Look like they came from Sticker Mill too. There you go.
Better quality.
Cool.
Thank you.
If you send us a hat, we'll send you a hat too. We hang up. If you send us a shirt, we'll hang your shirt up back here for display. We're trying to fill up our studio with shirts.
With that
I got to be careful with the addresses and stuff. Here's Finch Custom Painting right there. Bam. Thank you very much, Finch.
They're from Warner, Michigan.
Finch, and it came in this cool little envelope. It's got a little, or it's not, it's a letter. There it goes.
Oh, that's nice.
So they sent us a letter and stuff. It's pretty short.
wish
We love your content. Big fans in Detroit. Keep up the good work.
Well, they have very nice penmanship. I should have them write my letters.
Finch is from Detroit. Thank you very much, Finch. So one more, and then we're going to talk about some tips. Here we go. One more.
Well, I want to open one package, and then you can.
All right. While you're opening up the package, here we go. In there. So Handsome Painting. So Handsome Painting right there. There's this business card. There's there it is.
Nick Costed.
Cool.
I like that logo. It's fun seeing everybody's logos.
Got some really cool logos.
But look at his.
Handsome Painting.
It's HP.
I like it. There you go. Very cool.
Very
Put
cool.
it together. So tip sizes.
Oh, you ripped it.
Whoops.
Oh.
I ripped his.
Oh. Where's the rest of it? See, this is our problem. We don't want to do this.
Yeah, that.
Oh, here we go.
Saved.
I'm gonna have to tape it.
Handsome Painting, you're saved. So make sure we don't have any. Me too. Let's see. Check and see for any questions real quick. Hi, John. Where are you at the bar? So John's at home, so he should be jumping on here answering questions. I watched the video on Tip Size Awesome at White Trash. I also watched them in the middle of the night. Get ready for a job. Had to come out right. I'm new to Airless spraying. So let's see. You should do video testing out Pitum Ultra from Pithan from Ultra from PPG. We met the PPG people at a show, a trade show, and we are working on testing out some PPG products because the stuff we have tested we do really like. So we got some Miracle Mist.
We've been waiting for that. That is super duper exciting.
There's a video. I think it's on YouTube or something.
I saw it on LinkedIn.
Is it LinkedIn?
Yeah.
They were spraying this stuff on a fence that was all gray. And it like instantly the fence was restored, and it's really hard to believe, and it's almost unbelievable. So we are going to test it. They sent us out, and we'll see if it can perform a miracle. We got a fence right out here in our backyard.
Oh yeah, we'll do a video. It's an Encore product. So anyways, we're super excited. We've heard about it. Tell us if you've used it, and if you have.
There was a message on my phone from these guys today.
Today?
So 5-star.
Because they're probably wondering why we haven't gotten
Encore Coatings. Learn more about EncoreCoatings.com. ENCORE Encore Coatings. Go check out the video. It's interesting.
Well, hopefully we'll make our own video.
With no power washing, nothing. They squirted on the fence, and the fence was it was crazy. Here we go. Let's see. Kevin C. Just watch rolling videos. What about where roller edges overlap and leave shadows that are visible? So the roller, if you got to keep overlapping and keeping a really good wet edge and keep your paint, super wet and heavy enough, and you shouldn't be getting, with a good quality paint and a good quality nap roller, you shouldn't be getting like flashing or roller marks.
Silverline Painting says, what do you guys clean cabinets with?
We clean them with Dawn dish soap. Is what we scrub our cabinets down very first thing with Dawn dish soap, and then we spray them with
Flower Monk,
a lacquer, undercoater, primer, surfacer. So tip sizing, I keep getting, one of the most common questions is, what tip size do I spray trim with? And so, and that's interior trim, all trim. The most versatile and the most common tip we use is a 310 tip. If I was doing, I don't do new construction anymore, but when I was doing new construction and I was doing a lot of doors, if I had, more than just a couple doors, I always use the 510 on doors, because you're going to get the same, fine finish as a 310, but you're a wider fan. You're several more inches wider, like 4 inches, and you're just gonna be able to do your doors a lot faster. So I always carried, typically two. I'd have a 310 and a 510, and I would do most of the trim with a 310. Now, if you start running into baseboards that were, really tall, wide baseboards, then I would jump up to the 510 for doing that too.
We think we know what this is.
This is really cool. So
this is a sad story. It's turning out good for us.
It turned out good because Ryder Painting must have been watching the video. Right before the show, our dog chewed up one of my favorite hats.
I don't know if she's really our dog.
Well, yeah, it might not be our dog.
We think she's our dog. We take care of her.
So Ryder Painting sent me.
Oh, that looks like a shirt. Is there a hat?
They sent me a new hat.
Look at
so
the dog chewed it up.
If you guys don't follow these guys on Instagram, they are. There you go.
They're doing some major marketing.
They do a lot of marketing,
media.
So they're all over Instagram. They always posting stuff, pretty cool posts, but they got a super cool logo, and the hat says "Make Painting Great." So
that's what we want to do.
Super stoked that they sent me a hat and sent me a shirt. There you go, Ryder Painting.
But I think that's the Sherwin-Williams.
That's cool, because they didn't send me a. You can do that through their program they have.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hang that. They never sent me a shirt last time, so now I got a shirt, which is really cool.
But look at how nice they're.
That's very nice.
And look at, they have pamphlets.
So so there's here you
looking
go.
Professional, you know what you're doing.
There you go.
Quality. That speaks quality.
Yeah, that is very detailed. Right there, there's a pamphlet. Awesome. Ryder Painting. I'm sure they probably do killer work. Mm-hmm. And I think, let's see, they're I thought they were in New York. Is it?
But you sell your bid.
RyderPaintingNewYork.com.
But you sell your bid packet, and that's how you are presenting yourself to a customer, and that usually tells the quality. It says something about you. When I look at that, even though I didn't look at their brochure, I see quality. So there's places that you should spend money to market yourself, and there's other places that you don't have to, because you can do the work yourself. But something like that, I mean, that was pretty nice. Let's do one more. Do you see the pile we have behind us?
So inanimate is not alive.
I said that.
Oh, I thought you did? Especially not in the manner of animals or humans. So not alive. So what object do you wish you would eliminate from existence?
But it's not alive, but it still exists.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't exist. So how could you like get rid of it? So first impressions are huge. So Jason Goins says that. Yep. So that's they get. Now that's interesting. We got some.
What do we have?
Man, that smells too. That's somebody's.
What the heck?
The Idaho painter. Let's see what is that? That's interesting.
We got some work pants.
So Pro Tall Painting. There you go. Pro Tall Painting sent us interior and exterior custom painting. So check this out.
Can you try these pants on for size? So I'm really scared. Are they going to be huge? His company is Pro Tall, right?
I'm a painter.
He's 6'10".
I don't stop.
He's 6'10", so he wanted Chris to try it on his pants.
So, greetings from Pro Tall. They even sent us some autograph pictures. Now, these guys went all out. So
I love that. 1980.
1980.
No job too tall. Well, we need you on some things, because people don't like us using ladders. We just use you. Cool. We'll sub it out to you.
Holy cow. Look, and he even sent me.
He wants you to try the pants. He's 6'10". Oh my gosh.
Look at his pants.
Only in America on YouTube.
So he sent me a
gosh.
pair of his pants. Look at that.
He's from New Jersey.
Look at that. So look, I'm standing up, and his pants like go up to past my chest. Holy cow. That's pretty cool.
We have one tall guy working for us. How tall is Brett?
I like him. I'll actually hang these up on my wall. There you go.
We won't wear them. That was very creative and very
That
fun.
was very creative. That's pretty cool. So, I'm not going to try them on the live show. Maybe I'll wear them in my next show.
No, they'd be coming up to here.
For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do works, Ephesians 2:10, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So it's kind of cool. They sent us all this stuff. That's really cool.
More stuff? We got to keep it all together.
That goes into the.
I try to be organized.
So that was a little bit about
that was fun.
Trim tips. That was fun. So we were talking about tips that I like. So interiors 310. When it comes to the exteriors, we use a 310 tip for our gutters. So whenever we're doing gutters, and
he's actually just right, Andrew. He said you're vertically challenged, but I said you're just right. Because that was like we're all made workmanship, God. Like we're all different and unique, and it makes it all good.
I think I need to wash those pants.
I think so before you try them on.
Let's see.
They're like waiters.
Yeah, dude never needs a ladder is what Greg Ritchie said. That's crazy. His pants go up to my chest. I mean, holy cow, man. Is that what the box smelled? Doug Pearson.
So Don from Gooseneck really wants to see a moisture meter thing. I mean, in Boise, Idaho, we are a very dry climate. I mean, it's like some climates you probably have to use them a lot, like in a humidity.
I think you would in some climates. I don't. I've never even seen one. Never seen one used around here, but I guess we could get one and try it out and test it out.
Sounds like up in Canada they do. They have a lot of moisture.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you would need to if there's certain situations you don't want to paint with too much moisture. But the 310 tip is contrary to manufacturer paint specs. So let me talk a little bit about that. So, yeah, when you read the back of a can, what the paint specs say is not what happens in reality.
So you should make a whole video just reading the back of those.
Reading the back of the cans because
then you wouldn't do anything probably.
Because I don't know if I've ever seen a can that says you can spray a 310 tip. They're always specking out like 517 tips and larger tip sizes, but I understand it doesn't spec it out on the back of the can, but if it sprays through it, it works. So I'll tell you what, I mean, in our career, of all, just the majority of paints, won't spec out a 310 tip, and I think I've run into one paint in my entire career that wouldn't spray out of one of the tips that I had, and that was I was trying to spray out of a 515 and I was using super paint, an ultra deep base, and it kept coagulating when it was coming out of the tip and it wouldn't spray. And I guess I go back because there's an oil primer. So Sherwin-Williams Fast Dry Oil, if you try to tint it and adds like some gray to give it some color, you can't spray it. It won't. It'll coagulate through in the tip, so it makes it no longer sprayable. So that's two situations where I've run into. So yes, but just because a can says it on the back, that's a recommendation. But if it works, then why not do it?
I get like crazy ideas sometimes, and Jenny Tootin just said no one ever sends me pants, and I think it would be kind of fun if we had to put the pants on and took a picture, and then we sent them to somebody, and then they do the same, and they could be the traveling painter's pants.
We could do that.
So tell me, what do you guys think of my idea? Because if you guys like it and everybody says yes, I think the next person that will get them will get Jenny Tootin. And the idea is you have to put them on, take a picture, and then you have to pass them on to the next painter. And that's like going to be there was a TV show for kids like Traveling Sisterhood Pants, but these are the painter's pants. So give me feedback.
We can, those pants, that's just crazy how big those pants are. That guy is so tall. I mean, that's pretty cool. To be able to look at his stuff and check it out afterwards. So So when it comes to tip sizes, once again, the cans are always going to give you like this recommendation,
You're good
but
one.
you know what happens in reality is completely then what happens, you know, on the back of the can. Like the other day, we were testing out a product from I think it was a Miller paint, and it spec'd out that the paint would dry in 2 to 4 hours,
Okay.
and so 2 to 4 hours, and literally we did a review of the paint and we did a video review. It'll be coming out here probably this week. You know, within probably 30 to 40 minutes, it was completely dry. I rubbed my hand on it, it was completely dry. So, you know, what the paint can say
Isn't there
is
just it's a lot of liability?
a lot of it is liability, and you know they can't say you know what the paint is gonna do exactly, because then if it doesn't do that what they said exactly, so they're gonna give like this broad range, you know, because of liability reasons and not getting
Isn't it
sued.
like medicine? Like you take a medicine and you're like, don't use it if it causes this and this
Oh
and
my
this and
gosh.
this. And if you read all that, you would never take any medicine. Never.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It could be
So
addictive. It could kill you. Like, but we take medicine and we don't read the back, and so I think it's the same as paint cans.
let's see. Let's.
I
any
like
questions?
my idea. I think Jenny Tootin, I think we're gonna get them on Chris, and we will be posting a picture, and we are gonna have the traveling painter's pants, and maybe on Instagram, like wherever that person will be spotlighted.
So we're back on tips again. So somebody, Mac asked, do you use FF LP tips on exteriors or green tips? So what's happening now is all tips are now going to FFLP tips. So all Graco's tips, all their fine finish tips, the green ones, are all switching to low pressure tips now. You're not going to be able to get just FF tips, but on the exterior of the house, like the anything that's not trim, like the gutters, I use the Graco Rack X tips, and that would be the blue tips. And so like the 515 is the most common tip we use, and that's to spray the whole body of a house. We use the 515 on fences, and that's not an FFLP tip when we're spraying the body of the house. When we're spraying a fence, we use Titan's HEA tips, which those are high efficiency airless tips, and they're really low overspray. And so now we're starting. Hopefully, I'm not going to be starting to confuse people. But I typically, like in my videos, I only recommend, you know, you can get away with just a 515 and a 310, just about everything you do. But now we have this arsenal of tips that we use for other things. The HEA tips for fences are amazing because there's, you know, probably 50 to 75% less overspraying when you're doing fences. When you go over the top, things, you know, the overspray carrying in the wind.
Is that okay? I'll look the thing. It looks like it stopped, but maybe not. So somebody asked a question about a flat tip. What is that? Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
How do you move up? It was a flat. Do you know what a flat tip is?
Well, I'd have to read the question, but
So Jenny, you need to email me your address again, and the next stop will be you, and then you're gonna have to pass them on in our little Monday night group, preferably.
So the flat tips, you know, I used them a long time ago, and so you know I don't have as much experience with them. They are cheaper, and they're not reversible. And so the one thing, you know, about that whole the tip being reversed, because you're going to get clogs in your tips all the time, especially if you're like us and we don't strain our paints. We never have, and just every now and then you're going to get a clog, or what we call a spit, and you just reverse the tip, spray it, and reverse it back, and it clears it. And that's very convenient to have, you know, tips that reverse, you know, when you're getting spits and clogs in your tips. But and like I said, they are cheaper, but you know, I got accustomed to using, you know, the rack style reversible tips, and that's what I've been using for probably like 15 years.
Well, I think the thing is it's like once you try something you like and you're used to, you don't get out of your comfort zone, and that's what we love about this community, is trying new products, because maybe there are better things out there. But you have tried a lot of tips.
I've tried a lot of tips, so we'll continue on tips here in a second. What are this? We got some little tiny boxes here.
We don't know what this is.
What is that?
This is like some type of...
Somebody sent some little gizmo here. Pro magnets. So we got some magnets here. That's interesting. There's a magnet. So we have to figure out what that is.
Oh, you put like a paintbrush or a ladder or something like that. Your bucket or your
Arm Pro magnets.
So on the bucket handle.
Yeah. So that's So it hangs. So actually, it hangs on a bucket, and then your brush.
Oh, the metal part is gonna stick to it.
Yeah. So the metal part.
You don't know what that was.
Well, those are.
Do you remember whose paintbrush that is?
So, Nicole Waters. It was her boyfriend.
Daniel. Have you used it?
I haven't used it yet.
We will, Daniel.
I'm going to. I was going to make a video testing it. So there you go. So it would hang right in your bucket, just like that.
That's
so that's
kind
one of the
of
uses.
cool.
So it hang in your bucket, or it would go on the metal screen, or it goes inside of the can, the lip of a bucket too. And so then it would a paint can or a paint tin like that. There you go. That's interesting.
So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out, and if we like it, we will let you guys know, and we will be contacting them and letting them know also.
So first thoughts is that something, I don't know, that might
Yeah,
be,
what are you guys' thoughts? What is your look, we have two.
It's kind of cool. We'll have to see how it works.
That is a very strong magnet. Oh my gosh, that's very strong.
So I'm going to help Daniel.
Put the feed down.
And Nicole.
Yeah. Oh, we saw a cute picture of her in the shirt the other day on Instagram. Yeah. So make sure if you guys aren't following us on Instagram.
If you don't follow us on Instagram, you got to follow us on Instagram. We give away stuff on Instagram, have a live show, and we have tips and tricks that we're showing on Instagram.
And Chris is going to be modeling these pants, and then Jenny's going to be modeling them, and those pictures will all be found on Instagram, right?
Yep. So we got
wow.
Frosty Shark, he's in California. Jerome Landry, awesome, says awesome.
All kinds of fun stuff today.
So
did you tell him last week we forgot to open some boxes? So that's why we have extra.
That's why we got so many boxes, because we forgot to open boxes last week. So
this is is this to open?
Aqua Coat. No, that's I guess we could.
Did we just buy that?
Aqua Coat is something we sell in our store now.
Do you like it?
We do. We use it. It's we use their grain filler. I don't want to stab you.
Sometimes you do.
That would not be good on the live show. Or maybe it would get us lots of views.
No.
That's what we need, is the viral video.
No.
So Aqua Coat clear wood grain filler. So
that is a massive amount.
So we have the little quart containers. John, I think we just got ourselves a lifetime supply. This stuff goes a long ways.
How tall are you, Edward?
We use their Aqua Coat, the smear on form, like the paste, and then we also use the spray on form. So we sell it in our, I think John has got it set up in our store, our Paint Life store that we actually, ship out and sell stuff, which is on our website, theidahopainter.com.
So Glenn Ferrara, I don't know, Junior, he said, why don't you do new construction? I think for us, we kind of share what we do and what works for us. And I think we want to encourage everybody to share what they do and what works for them, and for us to create a community where we're learning from each other. And so, for us, we're a small company. We like doing residential repaints. And so that's where we spend our time and energy. And that's the bulk of the work we do. Right now we're trying to go out of interior, working outside, but it's just finding out what you like to do in your niche.
What I found was,
Thank you, Chad.
Trying to do, because we were doing new construction and we were doing repaints, and it's really hard to do both. If you don't have a large crew, if you're doing new construction, you need to have a large crew. I had a crew that did just new construction, and when the economy got really bad, the builders that we had, I lost those builders and stuff because they went out of business. But then I started getting back into it and just doing a little bit. What happens is you keep getting called back for touch-ups on new construction jobs just over and over, and there's a lot of just maintenance for the builders, constantly calling you back and people damaging your work, and it just kind of has a tendency to eat away your profits and eat away your time, and we're having to go from repaints to a couple touch-ups over here, then back to our repaint, and we're just spread out all over, and it was too difficult difficult to manage doing new construction and repaints with one crew that was doing both. Now, if I ever wanted to get, separate them again, start doing new construction again, we would have just a separate crew that's all they did. And then in new construction, you to just really fine tune it and start making good money at it, you really need just a touch up crew, and that's one or two guys that all they do is do touch ups, because you're doing enough volume to
we just had a little update. Our daughter, who came home from college and hadn't driven her car for 2 months, and then just called us saying she had a flat tire because she didn't tell us she was taking the car, and she got it taken care of.
So she got the car taken care of.
So that's good.
So we got to give away.
What is that?
It's a like stud finder, a multi-purpose.
That looks like to me. I think that's something that'd make you all excited. That like the Lucas box, like that's fancy.
There you go. It's kind of fancy.
It's a stud finder. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't used this one, so I don't. I mean, the box looks fancy.
It's very fancy.
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to let us know whoever gets it.
Yeah.
Who are we giving it to?
Who are we giving it to? Let's do numbers.
John is on.
Yeah, let's do numbers.
Is John on?
Okay, let's do numbers.
Write a number right here. Okay, she wrote a number, so
I wrote a number.
Whoever gets the number between 1 and 50 will get
1
it.
and 50.
So,
yeah, it looks like an iPhone box. You are exactly right, Chad.
Kinda.
You're exactly right.
Chuck H. Stud is here.
Oh.
Edward Jones. I like it. So it's the
I think
number
you have a stud
between.
finder already. Or you already found one.
You have to guess the number between 1 and 50.
And 50.
So it would look fancier in my tool bag. Pick me 23, 13, or 76. It wasn't either one of those.
Oh my.
Did you text John the number?
No, I did not. He's probably eating dinner with his family, which he should be.
I thought he's on the show.
He definitely was.
I text him the number. I'm looking for the number. I haven't seen anybody win yet. Well,
Ooh, close.
I thought I saw one, right?
Close.
Let me see.
Close. Who's gonna get the fancy? Oh, we found one.
Let's see if there's one more before that.
Okay.
We'll give 30 seconds to see if John replies, but I think I see it. That's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the winner is
for the stud finder.
Is Robert Griffith.
Robert.
You got yourself a stud finder.
Okay, so you're going to have to email us your home address and what you won, Robert Griffith, to liveshow@the-idaho-painter.com.
Yep.
And we'll get that mailed off to you. So
we got to talk about some tips some more. So we were talking about the
trying to get rid of my pile.
HEA tips, and so on fences, I really like the HEA tips. We were testing them last year. They're fabulous tips on interior trim. All our favorite tips were the Graco fine finish tips, and now they're changing to fine finish low pressure tips, and we've been testing those tips out and using them, and they don't give out nearly the quality of finish. I think the finish is a little bit more eggshelly, and so we're not as happy with those tips, but we're using them.
Did you wonder why they changed them? Did you talk to them?
I know that they changed it because the Graco handheld is low pressure, and so. But the thing about the low pressure is it's going to work your pump more. It's going to make your tips last longer because you're not going to have as much pressure going through them, and so just increasing the life of your pump, increasing the life of the tip. They're good things, but then you're decreasing the quality of the finish. So to me, there's some trade-off there, and I think I did a survey on them, and I think it was like 60-40. I can't remember people that liked them versus didn't like them. But Titan makes I think theirs is the purple. They make a fine finish purple tip, and I've never tested them before.
So hopefully we will soon.
Yeah, they were supposed to send me some to test out, but I haven't seen them. So.
Yep. Well, we don't know. We still have stuff
Titan
here.
HEA? Okay, that is a good question. So Amble Lane asks, is Titan HEA the same as Graco FFLP? No. So there's a lot of misunderstanding about these tips, and one of the bad things is Titan made theirs green, and so there's some confusion because Graco has been around for a long time, and it's been understood fine finish green tips from Graco. The Titan HEA tip is a high efficiency airless tip to be used at low pressures, but it's larger tips, so it's going to be like spraying the body of the house or spraying the fence. They're wider fans, and they will not give you a fine finish. They are not going to give you a fine finish. And those tips, you really need the pressure gauge that goes with them. You need that hooked up to your pump so you understand the pressure you're running at. I've been getting people, asking me questions. It's fingering and stuff like that. Until you get that pressure gauge and start messing around with it and dial that pressure in, you're going to be right around somewhere around 800 psi is going to give you the proper fan where it feathers out nicely. If you're you're gonna be dropping your pressure quite a bit, because we were accustomed to running like 2200 psi, and now you're dropping it down all the way to 800. We were somewhere around 800 to 1000. I think John might can throw. We were playing around with that when we were doing the fence, but.
So All Heart Premium Painting is visiting his friend Robert Lapora, and that's his
Laporta,
and that's his Instagram. He is in the hospital, so we hope and pray that you're doing well and recovering and going to get out of there soon. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, his Instagram, like hashtag is Carhartt hooded Timberland footed.
Yeah. And so for All Heart Premium Painting, for both of you guys, I need you to send me your address, and I want to get a hat or a shirt off to you guys. So
there you go.
Yep. So thanks for being with us. So I have one more box I want you to open.
Oh my gosh, boxes.
Oh, actually we have a couple more, and then we'll be done. And then we'll be able to walk in our office.
I don't want to cut you with that. Oh.
Maybe you do.
We got some.
So this guy was really awesome.
You guys met him at the PDCA show.
I met him at the PDCA show, and he is from South America, and they're going to be bringing their products to the U.S. So this is a clean box. Look at this.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's available in the U.S.
Is it a clean roller?
Yeah, and so you clean the roller, and then you put it right into the little container. And so he wanted, this is that gizmo. This is what it is.
A gizmo. Here's the gizmo.
That it's like, how heavy is that? Is it heavy?
No, it's just like, it feels like just like a roller.
Well, that's good, because that was the one thing that is the concern.
So I think it's supposed to like...
snap in?
There you go. It snaps in.
Woo!
That is one jumbo roller.
Yeah.
So I think aren't you supposed to use it, and then while it's still wet, you just put it back in?
You could snap it back in the container. And so, like, if you're, working on a house for a week or a couple days in a row. So we're going to try it out. But we met Joe. He's really, what's the name of the company?
I mean, my first thought, like, how fast is this going to get, like, clogged with paint and stuff, the way you would have to clean this thing really good, because it's going to...
But it might be worth it.
Yeah, well,
it might be a time saver that you like. It does look convenient, Jenny.
That's, that plastic right there is not very durable, but we'll see. This is like really thin plastic right here, but this is like a microfiber roller.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
We like microfiber rollers. That one feels a little bit stiff, but it's interesting
it's so big.
Interesting. I mean, that's interesting there. So it sticks in there like that. Yeah, that is one gigantic roller.
Yeah.
So it stores.
So we'll be testing this out also.
How did that lid, like, how does... Oh, you can't have you gotta have this off.
Yeah.
So that comes off.
Yeah. And then you put the lid on, and you can store your painter.
So you talked to that guy.
And I talked to him, and he's really nice. And they're going to be releasing their products in the U.S. We met him at the paint
Nespoli?
show. Yep.
Nespoli. Sounds like something you eat.
Yeah. So if you have used their products,
dinner
let us know what you think. And we're going to be testing them out, and we'll let you know what we think. Oh my.
There you go. Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. We really don't have a very big office, just saying.
Yeah, really. So getting back to the tips, I don't know if we got anybody asking any more tip questions on exteriors. So I'll get back to exteriors. The when we're spraying the body of a house, we're typically using a 515 tip, a Graco Rack-X 515 tip. But there are other tips we're going to have, inside of our van, inside of our bucket, of paint thinner that we use that we can grab and use. And if we're spraying on elastomeric coating, we're typically going to grab like a 619 tip or a 621. If we're using an elastomeric coating, we're going to have a really big tip. I do keep a 1221 tip in the van in case we are going to be doing a lot of ceilings somewhere. So a 1221 tip. That's what I used to spray all new construction with.
I just looked at the time.
We're running. Yeah, it's like time's flying.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry. So you said the tip you were saying with the fan.
The 12. I use a 1221. Okay. I would spray the whole house in a new construction house, everything, closets and everything with a 1221. But I don't use them that often because I'm not doing new construction very much anymore. But we do keep one in the van just in case we run into, like the other day we were doing a garage, or not the other day, but a few months ago, the guy wanted 2 garages done, and we went in and sprayed the garage. And if I'm spraying, I'm gonna bust out a huge tip like that, like a 619 or a 1221 or a 621. So we got we
gotta finish all these unboxings. We don't want to carry over for next week.
So SureTape.
And then
I don't know if anybody knows.
Who is SureTech?
Is it SureTech or SureTape? SureTape.
SureTape.
So SureTape is the one that makes frog tape.
Ooh, have you ever tried this?
No. So we use a product from 3M called 2020. So SureTape has sent us a whole bunch of tape. So Floormate, temporary floor tape. So there's temporary floor tape. I've never tried it before.
So tell us if you've tried it. Uh-oh.
Is there any other products?
Oh.
So they sent us some. I've never tried that. This is their version of.
I redid my hallway.
Duct tape.
And I had to put pictures on.
I needed some duct tape the other day.
At the back of a pallet. I went shabby chic, and I used it in it, and the pictures are still hanging there.
So that's interesting. It's like a white vinyl tape. What did it say? It was reusable tape?
It's Floormate. Temporary floor tape.
Use on water-based wood floor finishes. Water-based wood floor finishes. That's interesting. We'll have to give it a test. This is my favorite tape right there.
That makes you happy.
This is the best tape that's ever been made right here.
That makes you happy.
Simply hands down.
We got some tape.
Frog tape. So if you've never tried frog tape, you got to try it out. We buy it by the cases, literally like a pallet of it and stuff.
Peterson said I heard Emerald with urethane is better than Pro Classic. You're not a fan of Pro Classic.
I wouldn't use Pro Classic on anything, not my doghouse. But Emerald urethane was actually a really good product. It dries too slow, so there's a lot of times that we would spray trim, and then that same day we would mask on the trim and start doing the walls. With the Emerald, urethane, you can't do that, but the bonding capabilities of it is excellent, and the sheen is excellent, and it levels out and finishes amazing. It's a really good product if you have the time to wait. We really liked it, and we really don't like Pro Classic. I wouldn't. But, I mean, if I had one windowsill to brush out or something like that, Pro Classic brushes well.
Yeah, that's what Superior Painting says.
But it sprays horrible.
And we like to spray trim.
And Pro Classic, I mean, to be fair, I've talked to some people like high up that hold high positions, and Pro Classic was designed to be brushed and rolled. It was designed for the do-it-yourselfer, and it wasn't really designed to be sprayed. But this stuff is absolutely amazing. I love it. So they sent us some frog tape there.
Yep, they sent us frog tape. So
I guess we don't need to test it out because we already know it's awesome.
Which is awesome. So we need to give away
the Roll-A-Bucket. So
Roll-A-Bucket.
We got to give away a Roll-A-Bucket.
Roll-A-Bucket.
Talking about tips and And once again, talking about troubleshooting sprayers, we just did a video where we are on an interior and troubleshot a sprayer right there live. We didn't even know what was wrong with it, and we troubleshot it. It was just like a week ago or so. So when it comes to troubleshooting sprayers, check that out. But today was the same thing. We went out to the job site and just a little tap on the front, the lower end, knock that ball free, just lightly tap. Don't, I mean, people have a tendency to hit that thing too hard, and it just, I mean, like I said, I got two 440s that are banged to heck, man, because of my guys smacking them too hard. If a couple little taps doesn't release the ball, then just, you're gonna have to take things apart and get in there.
Somebody asked, that handheld, you guys did a video of you changing the motor. Like, how long did you use it before it went bad?
So we used it. I mean, it's kind of, we use it to spray multiple sheds, a whole bunch of sheds, and we didn't spray 100 gallons to it. We didn't even spray 50 gallons. Maybe I don't know, maybe 15 gallons, 20 gallons, and it went bad. Just some fluke thing.
Okay.
The pump went bad, but I called up Graco's, their customer support, got a hold of them, right then, got them on the phone, and they had a new pump sent out to me. And within, I think it was like 3 or 4 days, I received it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a nightmare changing this thing. When I saw it, I'm like, are you kidding me? And literally, I think all it was like 8 or 12 screws. And John and I did it on a live show, which we're gonna show a video. We're gonna make a how-to video doing it. But you just pull those screws off, and you pull the prime valve off, and it's one little screw. Thing comes off. That pump just lifted right out. The other pump just set right in, and we screwed it back together in like 5 minutes, and we're back up and running. And Graco didn't charge us anything. If you can show proof
under warranty.
Yeah, it's under warranty, and if you can show proof of purchase, no questions asked, they send you a new pump.
That's another good tip. Like, if you buy more expensive equipment, you should keep your receipts and make sure you find out if there's warranties, because I think a lot of times you buy stuff and then you throw them away and then you forget about the warranty. And
I mean, I think the thing should have lasted longer, but we were testing it out, and I was doing what you really shouldn't be used. Those things are really for small projects. Maybe a shed is a small project, but we were holding the trigger, just making that thing work hard. And I know those things are designed for doing like a piece of furniture, doing a couple doors.
So it could last you for a long time if you're just constantly doing little projects. It's just when you're like, I'm going to paint this house with this.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't paint, like, you shouldn't be painting a whole bedroom with it, or a couple rooms, or 3 or 4 sheds in a row with it. So,
but like trim and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was surprised, that it didn't, that the pump went out as fast as it did. But like you say, there's little things that could go wrong, and it wasn't that big a deal because we had another one. And so
people wanted to. A lot of people like the yellow frog tape. I guess I don't know if it's called frog tape, but the yellow.
It is. The yellow frog tape is for
really
sensitive surfaces, for like going over the top of. We use it for wallpaper. So if I had to mask onto wallpaper, that's what I would use it. It's called delicate surfaces tape.
So it's wallpaper that the people don't want removed. Is that correct? Like, if they want it removed?
Anything that's got a delicate surface or like delicate finish, you'd want to use the frog tape yellow. And some people say that they like that better.
Quite a few people were saying they liked it better. Because
the paper is like, it's thinner, and I think the paper doesn't splinter as easy, but stuff, and it's maybe it's a little bit more workable, but we've and it's a little bit flexible, can turn a corner easier, but I think for us, the green paper and the adhesive on the green paper sticks to more surfaces better. So we're running into surfaces that the yellow wouldn't stick to, and the green would, and so.
Well, and I think, like, part of doing the show is you live and die by the products you use. You can be the best painter, but if you have products that fail or don't work properly, it'll put you out of business. And so that's why you are starting to review a lot more products, and because we want to give you guys the best stuff and recommend it.
And so one more tip size we do throw in our van is a 210 tip, and a 210 tip
I've heard of it.
We don't use them anymore. It's rare, very rare, because anytime we're going to spray something small like that, now we just bust out the HVLP sprayer. Okay. But I'd say like 5 years ago, when we weren't using HVLP sprayers, we would use like a 210 or a 110 to spray like pickets or iron fences and talk about wasting product and wasting, and overspray. Holy cow! But that's how we used to do iron fences with drop gloss or, holding them up, and now we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So we are going to give away the roller bucket.
The roller bucket is going away. Well, actually, not mine is going away because
yours is not. But they were very generous and said that we just get your information to the company.
They contacted us and said we could give one away. So, the roller bucket, you can see we've used it several times, and it has a removable screen. And somebody said, what happens if the screen goes bad? This one's stuck in there because of the paint right here. Because this is like a screen that has these things that tuck down in there. And they have replaceable screens. And I think the owner said he has like 500,000 of them. So you don't have to worry. He's got plenty extras.
Oh.
So, and your roller, this is what I didn't realize, but your roller sits right there, so it doesn't sit down in your paint. Absolutely amazing, genius idea. So, the roller bucket, there you go. And they're really, really cool.
Very cool.
So, how are we going to give it away?
I think a number. That just makes it the fairest.
You're the boss.
I'll remember that when we're off the show. There's the number.
So she just gave me a number. So let's give it away.
The roller bucket. Pick a number now. Does our company do staining and clear coating?
We do. We clear depends on what we clear coat doors. We put clear coats on concrete floors. We don't do wood floors, but we stain decks. We stain fences. And so,
Dave said it will go good with his 2-edged knife.
No,
I forgot. Tell us, do you like the 2-edged knife? Do you like it? Are you liking it?
I'm gonna hang on just one second. I got to text John the number.
Oh, are you gonna do that?
One of us needs to get it to him. Okay, John's gonna start looking for the number. We didn't tell him. So the 2-edged knife, we've given them to all of our guys. Everybody has one. John's been testing one. I've been testing one. Zach's been testing one. We like them.
Okay.
We really, really like these things.
You like it's convenient?
It's convenient. I don't want to open this one up because this one's for sale.
Yeah.
But because we have a whole bunch of them open now. But I wish I had one in here open. But the 2-edged knife is absolutely amazing. It's a utility knife. It's got, it's a 5-in-1 tool. It's got a screwdriver on it. A utility knife flips up like a knife. It's super, super cool.
Did you tell John the number?
I did.
Okay. Okay, because I wasn't paying attention.
There's a 30-second delay by the time John is reminded us. John, I remember that 30-second delay.
I don't remember that.
There's when he types in 12, when he types in, when he types in the number.
30-second delay.
There's 30 seconds by the time you get it. Well, I just screwed that one up big time. So John found somebody before I screwed up. So we have a winner, Christina Moyer. Christina Moyer is the winner of a roller bucket. There you have it.
You're the winner. So you need to email us your address, your contact information, and I will get that to the company that makes them, and they'll get one sent out to you.
And we had to give away the roller bucket, the cupboard.
We didn't give away this yet? Is there
give it
anybody
away.
left with us?
I'm sure there is.
Oh. Well, we're going to do another number then. Another number. You guys ready for
this?
this?
The same number.
No.
No. Write
We
another number down. So we got some Titan. Titan is so we got another number to give away the covered drop cloth. So
covered drop cloth.
So it's kind of cool. We have.
What was the name of the roller bucket?
Titan has provided us some stuff next week. Do you know what they've provided us to give away, Lisa?
They have to be with us next week to hear, because it'll be the following week.
Yeah, we are giving away some cool stuff. Titan.
But they have to be next week.
Titan wanted to be part of the show. Wanted to give us some stuff to give away. So we really like it when these spray companies give us stuff, because we usually get some pretty cool stuff. There's
one thing. The Titan shirt. They're going to give us some shirts to give away.
Yeah,
so I think I'm going to give away 3 shirts.
Yeah, you can see the shirt.
Week.
The shirt is right up there.
I'm going to give away 3 shirts next week, and then we'll announce what the giveaway is, and it'll probably be on our website.
On our website.
Yeah, so look for that. But next week you have to be with us to hear about it.
Our giveaways are always on our website, theidahopainter.com.
The big ones.
Check it out. The big giveaways. are there.
These
These
little
giveaways.
things are just.
So did you
fun.
text John the number?
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, that's great.
Did
so,
we?
Oh, I did.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
That one.
That one.
Where's the feed?
Is the feed going?
Is the feed going?
So I think John texted you a number.
Oh, this person we know.
Who? I didn't see it. It just disappeared.
Oh. Somebody said they opened your package. So maybe one of these packages were from these guys. I don't know.
Superior Painting. You're the winner.
Superior Painting.
So there you have it, man.
Superior Painting. I'm sending you this.
We're sending you a covered
need to email that to me.
There you have it. If you guys are interested in purchasing, I mean, we got some of our tools on our tool store that's open, our very own tool store on Paint Life tool store, where we sell our shirts and hats and the 2-edged knife. We sell this thing, and it's hard to get a hold of. It was sold out on Amazon.
Not on our store.
It with us. So not on ours. We got special priority. Which is awesome. Which is kind of cool. So if you follow us on Instagram, which is Idaho Painter, Facebook is The Idaho Painter. So check us out there.
And then, go to the Instagram. And Jenny Tootin, I hope you're still with us, because guess what? We're going to get a picture of Chris in these pants, probably all our guys. And then we're sending them to you. And your job will be to do the same thing. Get a bunch of pictures, and then somebody on the live show you're going to have to send them to. And they're going to be the Traveling Painter's Pants. Paint Life Painter's Pants.
Hopefully we got everybody's questions answered. Did
yes.
we get everybody's questions answered tonight?
Yes.
Hopefully the feed wasn't moving as fast as it was last time.
I don't know if we got because there's like more of them than you. So we didn't get them all answered, but we appreciate you guys being with us.
All right, well, we're going to sign off for the night and see if we can do this and not have the sound stay on. So hopefully we'll see you guys on our live show next week.